So Finding Nemo is on in the other room and I really want to go watch it, so this video is going to be kind of quick. Anyways, hey everyone, it's Jess, and I know a lot of new things are happening. Oh my gosh, hair. Yes, it's a lot more red now. You can still see some of the black, but I like it. It's red like I wanted it. I didn't want like a crazy bright red, so I think this is just enough. And it's gonna stay this way till probably like April. I don't know when I'm gonna re-dye it yet, but probably around then. So it's gonna stay like this for a while, and I hope you like it because I like it. So yep. So today's video, I am going to be doing another one of those get to know me type of videos because I feel like they're really important for my channel to connect with you guys and let you guys in on some of my life and stuff like that. So that's why I do so many of these, because I really think they're important. And here's another one. So today I'm going to be telling you 5 of my weirdest fears and pretty much my top 5 fears, kinda. They're really weird, and I have a lot more fears that are just kind of like more rational, but I feel like these are like the weirdest fears that I have, and yes, they do happen to pretty much be my top 5. So here we go. So yes, the 5th spot had to be taken up by needles, but it's not every needle, it's specifically one type of needle. Little disclaimer, all of these fears are really specific, which is really weird, but they're really specific. So yeah, so I can take like flu shot needles or like booster shots like a pro. Like, I'm fine with it. I don't enjoy them, but I can do them. The one needle that I can't really stand, it just freaks me out, are IVs. Now, I'm not a very technical person, so I don't really know like if it's the same as like something you get from the doctor, but to me, it's really different because they stick the needle in your vein and it puts you to sleep, and that thought is so scary to me. I've only had it done once, and that was when I was getting my wisdom teeth taken out, and I would have it done again, but only if my life was really depending on it, or my pain, because I have a very low pain tolerance, like physical pain tolerance, so if my like pain tolerance depended on it, yeah, I'd do it, but if I would like get like $50 for doing it, hell no. So there we go. Now, I don't really have a big fear of heights themselves, kinda. Again, really specific. I can go on Ferris wheels and like really tall buildings like a pro, like I am totally okay with that. But falling is really where the fear is. Like, it's really hard for me to go on like bridges because I always am afraid that I'm going to fall off, and falling is probably where it more is than heights, but definitely falling off of heights is really scary to me. I always feel like I'm always going to get pushed off of something. That's why I don't really prefer to go to really high places, but you know, I mean, it's just really scary. I think it's probably just because when I was little, I always had those like falling dreams like all the time, so I think it really impacted me, and you know, falling off of heights, off of a ledge specifically, is really bad for me. So this fear is probably the most specific out of all of them. So yes, I don't really enjoy the ocean. I don't like that we as humans have only explored like a baby percentage of it. That freaks me out because I don't know like what's down there. That is scary to me, but what's even more scary are the animals that we do know that are there. Specifically, predators. Even more specifically, swimming with those predators. I'm gonna give you all a quick little story. When I went to Mexico with my family, my mom and my brother, we wanted to go on an excursion, and so we went to this place called Xel-Há. And in Xel-Há they had like this place where you could like go and snorkel with like fish and stuff, and it was really cool for a while because like my brother, like when he was swimming, he got like all this fish around him, and he was like taking our underwater camera and he was like filming it, and so it came out really nice and stuff, and that was really cool, even though I was still kind of scared, but it was really cool. But then we went on this like river ride in like the same area as like the fish were, but like on kind of a different area. It's kind of hard to explain. But in this area that the river ride was, you know, like lazy river, like you're on the tubes, you sit on the tubes and everything. There were barracudas and like stingrays and stuff. Now me and my brother, we're not the brightest bulbs on the tree, so we fell off our tube and we were gonna like push my mom in her tube like towards the exit for the ride, and my brother was like had a snorkel mask on. He was all like in the water, and I was like, okay, I read a sign that said there were barracudas. Like there's a pamphlet. I don't have the pamphlet anymore, but there were barracudas and stingrays in there, and I don't really want to deal with it. And then we were kind of on like a sandbar, and I looked down, and there were like bubbles, and like something swam away, and so I got so freaked out. Like my legs went up, and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm done. Can we please go? But yeah, so swimming with animals in the wilds is really freaking me out. But more specifically than that is swimming with killer whales. So I know this seems like a really like weird fear, but I mean, just look at this picture. That is literally one of my worst nightmares. I know there's gonna be a glare, but if you can see, it's on my phone, but there's like a dude right there, sorry about my nails too, and a killer whale, and it's, I don't know, that's really scary to me. And I actually do have another story about why specifically killer whales. So when I was younger, my uncle's mom had this pool, and the same day that we were gonna go swimming in that pool, we went to an aquarium, and they had like all these like killer whale plushies. Like they didn't have any actual killer whales there, but there was a ton of plushies and stuff, and they really like piqued my interest. And I was convinced that in this pool there were killer whales in the deep end. I would not go in the deep end because I was convinced that they were gonna come up and eat me, like from like I don't know where, but through like I don't know, but they were just gonna eat me. And I don't know, that really freaked me out. And like, no, I would not prefer like sharks, but specifically the thought of like a killer whale with you, I don't know how that appeals to people. Yeah, that's a really big fear. Oceans, specifically swimming with predators, specifically swimming with killer whales. So second is kind of a very childish fear, I know, the dark, but it's kind of almost a crippling fear for me. Now, I have never told like anybody this, like only a few select people know this. Now you all will, but I cannot sleep without my like lamp on. Like I have a lamp over there, and that has to be on. And I also need, you know, like those sleep masks that you like bring on airplanes and stuff. I need one of those on my face with the light on. It seems super weird, but I cannot sleep by myself without those things on. And the only time I don't need those things is if somebody else is in the room. Like if I'm sharing a hotel room with like my brother or any other family member, I'm fine, which is really weird. But like if I'm by myself, the light needs to stay on and I need to have a sleeping mask. I don't really know why this started. I just really watched a lot of like Shane Dawson conspiracy theories and stuff, and I think it really freaked me out, and I'm still really scared to this day that like something is going to like be in my room and it's gonna come and get me in the night and like nobody's gonna hear me. It's a very strange fear, but it's a very, very big fear for me. So my biggest fear of all time, drum roll. Yes, this seems like the stupidest fear on the face of the earth, but I have a crippling fear of moths. I don't really know why or when this started. Well, I know when, but not really why. Because like I had like, when I was like younger, I had a moth infestation in my mom's house, and I used to like just kill those things like just like with like fly swatters and be like, did you die? Like I was like queen of killing moths, and then now I'm petrified and I can't go near one. I can't go like 30 feet. Like no, not gonna happen. So a story I have about this fear is, it was not that long ago, but I went to a butterfly exhibit, like, you know, like a butterfly place where you can like walk in and then they like land on you and stuff. I went there with my dad and my stepmom and my brother, and I have had that kind of irrational fear for a while. And literally when we were driving there, I was like, oh yeah, I don't really like moths. Are there gonna be moths there? And like, of course there were, like, duh. So we get there, we walk in, and I'm kind of freaked out because I'm like, oh no, like, I'm fine with butterflies. Butterflies are fine, they're really pretty, but moths are dusty spawns of Satan that just need to like be back in the underworld and like stop. Sorry, I have very strong feelings about that. We walk in and there is this huge moth right there. And I had a panic attack. Like, it was a little while later, but like I started having a panic attack because there were so many moths there. And oh my god, it was really bad, guys. Like, I wish some of you were there, like, to see it, because I literally would not stop crying. Like, and I felt like a big baby because there were always like 3-year-olds and they were like, oh yeah, let's like, there's like butterflies on my head, and I'm over there like, moths, oh my god, no. So yeah, another story that I have about moths is, I was going into my room to clean and I had like this flannel on my chair, and I just picked the flannel to put it away, and this like bug like flew over to like my dresser, and I was like, oh my god. And like when it was flying, it looked like a monarch butterfly, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a monarch butterfly, like I want to kill it. What I'm gonna do? Lands, and it's a fucking moth, a huge ass fucking moth, and it was like, oh, it was so scary. And it was like in my room, and I like ran out of my room screaming at like my brother, like, to get it out. And it flew out into the kitchen, because like when you leave my room, you're in the kitchen. So it flew out in the kitchen. I was still screaming, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then it just kind of like disappeared. And yeah. So in a few months, I was like asked to like clean like the cupboards and stuff, and like I go on the top shelf, because it's like a 3-shelf like cupboard thing. So I go on the top shelf and I like remove like a platter that was like there. And behind it was the fucking moth that was dead, and it was like on its back like a beetle, and it had like 8 legs, and I'm like, no. And like I call my brother, and as you know, my brother is younger than me, and he got it, and he's like, yeah, that's fucking creepy, like I don't know what that is. And I'm like, it's a moth, like, spawn of Satan needs to go back in the underworld. Like, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and like and comment down below some of your biggest fears, and if you have a fear of moths, comment that down below. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!